Howdy guys. Today I'm here to teach you about how McCullochs are great chainsaws. Here's a guy I also watch on here on YouTube. Give him a shout out too. He's a pretty cool guy, as you can see here. Y'all may know him. He works on McCullochs. He shows McCulloch videos and great for chainsaw content. You guys can go follow him and stuff. I don't got very much subscribers either to tell everybody about stories about chainsaws, but I gave you one that I can always tell the story on. It's my Pioneer official belt buckle that I always wear when I'm wearing a Pioneer belt buckle. Check this out. You know the reason why I wear this every day? Well, it's to tell you the story, how I got into chainsaws. So when I first got into chainsaws, it was back in 2019. Yep, start from the bottom, 2019. My first chainsaw was a Pulin. Actually, not a Pulin chainsaw, but this was a Poland 655 Pro. But I'll tell you the rest about it. I threw it away. But in 2019 is when I got the call that my grandpa was going to pass away. So in 2020, this is how I started getting liking chainsaws. It was all because of this one chainsaw I found way in the building. It was in our old house. And I remember posting a video about this on here on YouTube. I don't remember if I even still have it on there, but you guys can go look back at it. But a good while back, about 2020, that's when we're also getting ready to move also and stuff. That was in 2021. But in 2020, I started getting into, I found this one building, this one house, old house. It was a brick house, built like from like the early 1800s, like the one's got wood flooring, that kind of house. And what earned this belt buckle is it because of this chainsaw inspire a lot. And it's crazy. So the next day I went to the building, went in that house again, asked my uncle if I can have this chainsaw. I didn't know what the hell it was. It was just like a straight up motor. I was like, oh yeah, it's a motor. I'm just gonna bring it home and see what the fuck it is. And here I find out 2 years later. When I brought it home, asked my uncle to see if I can have it. He said, yeah, sure. I brought a weed whacker home, then I brought a chainsaw home, it looks like. And it was a chainsaw. And I'll tell you the reason why. I threw it away here in a little bit. So, the attention to details of chainsaws this is what grew my passion even more. This is what started it all. There's a video that's on here on YouTube that shows that chainsaw. That's on there. It's yellow. You can't miss it. I don't know if I still have it, but I will literally send you another video of it, of what the old house used to look like back in the early 2020. But, you know, I brought it home, started figuring it out, looking it up, to see what the hell it is. It was missing everything. It was missing it had the carburetor on it, though, at least. It actually had a Tillotson carburetor, which is a good carburetor. It's not missing the carburetor housing. Goes to the air intake. And it was not missing the clutch either. The clutch was on it. And by the way, I still got the carburetor off of that. I took everything off of it, except for the tank and the motor. I had to pull that apart because I looked at the piston. That thing was mint. It was a mint chainsaw. And I threw it away because it was missing a lot of parts. Trying to go down there and see if I could find a pull starter for it the next day to see if I could try to find every single part there, but there was no parts for that thing. So they just ended up throwing it away and stripping her down, and they probably had the same exact chainsaw like it. And, you know, I always loved chainsaws, but, you know, time being, I started looking up what the hell was. I looked up the McCullochs to see if that's it. I looked up Pioneers, and I Googled a picture of it, and it searched up Pioneers, and that's how I got into Pioneers and McCullochs. the McCulloch 250 popped up. Was the first chainsaw that I fell in love with. Pioneer P65 was the second one that I fell in love with. But I fell in love with it even more than the McCulloch. And I'll tell you the reason why. Now wear this belt buckle. Well, you know, the story goes. You can't fix it, you can't rebuild it because you don't got the money. So, when we officially moved from our originally old place, which is I lived, I was 15 at the time being, when I first found that saw. Then I turned 16 when I still had it. I had it for another 2 years. Then I got rid of it and then I threw it away. Because I promised my grandpa that, I'll be a farmer in the next generation. Try to be. And try to go as planned. But what started all this was this one chainsaw. I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was a Pullen 655 Pro that I literally just threw away, and that saw right there was worth over close to about $2,000. $2,000 for that saw. And I could have fixed it up and flipped it for about $2,000. I regret it ever since I threw it away. Because that Pullen was worth a lot more money. They only made a few of those saws. They didn't make a lot of them. They made a few. That's what's the reason why Pioneer gave them the opportunity to make the same exact saw like theirs was because Pioneer was officially going to be died off in 1988. And Pullen and Poland got rid of their chainsaws. They got rid of the 655 Pro. They even got a 455 Pro. They got rid of that also. And the 355 Pro. The same year that chainsaw ended, Poland ended theirs also in 1990. Their saw lasted 1989. That was it. Only a year of the 655 Pro was ever made. And when I searched for that saw, and I looked it up, I saw one for sale on eBay. Listed for $2,000. It was hot rodded too. I mean, that thing was decked out. It had a 46-inch bar on it. Almost 100% bet, and it was sold a later day for about $2,500. Someone actually came and bought that saw for $2,500. I couldn't believe my eyes on that saw. And I asked several people about these Pioneers. Are they the same thing as a P65? They said yes. It's the same exact saw. And I thought that was crazy. And it was. That Pioneer and Poland were working together. But they sold their engines and they sold their counterparts, most of their counterparts, to Poland to make their own saw powerful, just like the Pioneer. The cylinders and pistons that they use, this is Pioneer's pistons and Pioneer cylinders. That's their cylinders they use on their saws. Sure is. And I promised myself after I threw it away that I'll find another Pioneer. And the next day, in 2022, this is where it comes. I found a 1979 Pioneer P28. It was all covered in dust, dirt. I don't know if there's a video of it when I first got it running on here, but I might post that on here so you guys can see it for yourself. That motherfucker lit up like a light, and it fired right up. The exhaust looks brand new. This saw was never been used in its entire life, but this thing's got low hours. Extremely hours on it. Whoever owned this saw, they took care of it. I say they put it in the wood flooring. I say they kept it on a shelf where it won't get ruined and it won't get moisture in it. And this guy says the fuel lines never been replaced since 1979. I thought that was ridiculous. I thought that was crazy. That thing's got its own fuel lines in it. And it's still, I think, those original fuel lines, I don't know what it is. But those things, they don't rot up as bad as the new ones do. Entirely. I don't know what it is with the new ones. They just rot up. But when I threw away the saw, when I was getting ready to move here, again, because we're cleaning up the garage and stuff, I just told my dad officially I wanted this saw thrown away. Even the bar. That thing had a 36-inch bar on it. Yeah, it was missing a lot of shit, but you know what? That thing actually had spark in it too. That 655 Pro it is. I tried several times getting that motherfucker to run too, and sometimes I almost did, and I almost didn't. But the story goes even more, as it gets even more detailed. As my passion grows even more, I started falling in love with more chainsaws. Then I promised myself, after I found this Pioneer P65 or this P28, or whatever Pioneer it is, I want to bring it home. That day of 2022 was that day when I found a Pioneer, and my luck just got even better. So I brought home a P28, covered in dirt, covered in dust, needs a new airbox cover, but you know what? In the end, the airbox cover is still on there, not cracked. I mean, it's cracked a little bit, but you know what? It's still a good chainsaw. Pioneers, I don't know what it is with Pioneers. They'll fire up even when they're sit for a few years. Doesn't matter. Pioneers, they just run. They're the runner saws. Steels, you gotta do a lot of work to get them to run. Pioneer, you don't have to do shit to them, just get them to run. They fucking just fire right up. I don't know what it is with Pioneers, but that I love. When I first got that saw, the guy said that saw was sitting my 2 years. Guess what? I stole it for about $40. $40 I paid for it. And the guy was asking $80 for it. After I took a little bit of this to think about it, because he knows that I need this saw in my collection. He knows that this opportunity, this saw. But when I brought it home, I loved the sound of it when it first fired right up and all that white smoke blew out of it. And after that, I cleaned it up and made it look nice. You guys seen this Pioneer a few times on here on YouTube. A lot of times on YouTube, actually, before they banned me on TikTok a few times. You should know what I'm talking about. I show my Pioneer mostly on here like every fucking day. With that easy arc start, you didn't know Pioneer was the first invented the easy arc start, and this is what started the belt buckle. This is what started this belt buckle I'm wearing right now. And I'm going to wear this for the rest of my fucking life. Because let me tell you why. It's because of my passion. I grew with passions of chainsaws. My uncle, my papa, my grandpa was a logger. And this began the story of me getting the chainsaws. My uncle, my other uncle, he's a logger. He cuts down trees, files them down. This was the beginning of it, of a new era. Then the next day of 2022, it's getting close to be winter. October is when the Christmas barn finally had opened up. And my dad had literally just shared me a 1958 zip of a picture of it. And I was like, holy shit, I need to go after this saw. This is another saw I'm looking for in my collection. It was a 1958. I was looking for a 50s chainsaw in my collection. I could throw it in there. And this story just gets even more better. Because when I brought it home, that old man passed away. I think around 2023 or 2024. He was a nice old man. Because he talked about that zip a lot. How that used to be his grandpa's when he bought it brand new. Never been used either. This saw has never been used in its entire life. He may have used it, he said he would use it like for skipping logs or cutting bigger logs with it. His grandpa says he never timbered with it too much. But after he passed away, he kept the saw as a memory of him. But he wanted to get it. He wanted to sell it to a chainsaw guy that will literally rebuild it. There's a video in here where I was trying to fix the carb kit on it. Then the next thing you know, the recoil spring ripped right out of it. Then the carburetor, it just blew out of it. So I got to figure what's wrong with the carburetor this year in 2025. You know, my chainsaw passion will never be like this. It's crazy that, you know, my passion grew even more when I began to like chainsaws and stuff. It's just crazy. Legitly crazy how I got into them and how I started falling in love with them. Then, later on down the road, I bought a mini white. My dad got me into it. Then the next thing you know, of 2024 again, is I brought a 1010 Pro Mac home. And seeing that damn thing fired up, holy shit, it changed my mind. Because if it wasn't for Buck and Billy Ray's, you Buck and Billy Ray's, You got me into this damn saw. I didn't want to get into 1010s. I want to go after this McCulloch 250 at the time being. But after I saw his videos back in like 2019, I watched them all clear all the way up. I watched all of his videos. I even watched this guy's videos a lot. A lot. I watch them every month. Every year, I watch his videos. Same with Buck and Billy Ray's. And sometimes, I'll go watch the other guy that has commented down in my videos and say, hey, don't worry. You'll find this McCulloch 250. I bring more chainsaws home. My neighbor happened to stumble across my neighbor. He brought over 6 chainsaws over here. He had a McCulloch 1010 Pro Mac. The same thing I have. Just a different exhaust. But I gotta rebuild it though. I gotta restore it. Then my other neighbor, later on, after I was cutting firewood for my neighbor to get paid $150. I done wasted it on this steel 290 for $100 for my neighbor. I bought that. That was a great deal for that saw. And I thank my neighbor for giving me that saw because I needed a log saw, something to cut wood with during the winter months, during the summer month. And that steel was perfect. That 290 was just a perfect maintained saw. The crazy thing is, when my neighbor brought every single chainsaw here, I was stunned. I was happy. You know, I had a great time. Sure did. Even when that Pioneer fired up, I was going insane. I was going crazy. I was jumping around and stuff and just tell my mom, look what I got running. My dad was going out somewhere. I told my dad, I said, I told you this thing was not junk. And I bet you my dad's mouth dropped after that. I mean, he probably didn't. He's probably still calling it junk then. But it's not junk. When you see something with dust on it, don't always assume it's junk. Don't always assume it's junk. Because it will just leave you stunned. It will leave you crazy. It just wants you to get into chainsaws. And this is how I got the belt buckle. Last year. Actually, 2023. Actually, no, 2022 is when I first bought that Pioneer, I wanted this belt buckle. And I'm glad that I still have this belt buckle beside me. Wasn't for this belt buckle, it wouldn't give me luck. It wouldn't give me luck to find any type of chainsaw. I wouldn't find this 1010 Pro Mac laying around if I wouldn't. And that 1010 Pro Mac I paid $50 for, that was a sweet deal on that saw. But guess what? That thing's got a mid cylinder on it. And all I just needed was just a condenser. And it fixed it. And I redid the points in it. And it fired up just like a light. It brought itself back to light. Man, you guys gotta go see this video. I gotta send you guys this video how excited I was when I got this fucker running. I was motivated. I was happy. I was a very happy man. And now, in 2025, here we are. Still haven't found the McCulloch 250 yet. I'm trying my hardest to get this McCulloch 250. I'm trying my best to get one. Because that was another saw that was going to be my favorite top saw, was a McCulloch 250. Always wanted one. Or the Super 250. Or the 380. Or the 450. Or the 550. I don't care what it is. Just bring it home. Bring it home to my collection. You know? If you guys will just help to make this video more content, more subscribers. It's snowing outside. I can't do anything outside. I don't want to start my chainsaws up below by 30 degrees or 19 or 20 degrees. It's a horrible thing for them. I will wait to around about when it's dry. You know, and I like to say, thank you guys for being here. And go subscribe to these guys. I'm telling you, go subscribe to these. Just subscribe to this guy right here. Go to his YouTube channel. Subscribe to this guy. Best chainsaw guy out there. He'll give you the history. He'll give you the videos, the facts. He's trying to show another guy that's on here.
I got this 52, I think. Yeah. Cylinder. open ports. They're all open. And I am going to cut little sidewalk videos from some well-known people. Anyway, this video is not about me or what I'm doing. This is about Nick Forrester. I came across his channel about.
And Nick Forrester, he's one of the guys that was commenting down my videos. Go subscribe to Nick Forrester on his Chainsaw YouTube channel. He loves McCullochs. He's like me. I'm trying to find this. Well, he already found himself a McCulloch Super 250. He's lucky. He's a lucky man to have one. Because every day I think to myself that I'll never find one. But I'm trying very, very hard to trade off my two saws that I got, which is the Homeline XL12, because my uncle, he's a logger. He's going to give me a very, very well. I think it's going to be a good-looking XL12. And I think I'm going to get this one running. He's also going to give me a Poulin chainsaw. Also, another Poulin. I'm probably going to hot rod it. You guys know well me. I like hot rodding Poulins. They're always nice to hot rod. It might make a great running saw, too. I don't know what kind of chainsaw he's going to be giving me. All I know is he's giving me one of these great-looking XL12s ever. And that's the reason why I'm selling my Super XL12, my 1972 model. Automatic Start XL Super 12. It's a great chainsaw, 55 cc's, runs very, very well. My neighbor gave me that saw, and that thing was immaculate running. The Power Light, awesome. My other neighbor, he gave me that saw because he knew how much I like chainsaws and stuff. So that's the reason why he gave it to me. And now I'm going to trade it off for a McCulloch 250. Yep, it's a Remington Power Light P4, LP4. That I'm going to trade off for a McCulloch 250. So I can grow my chainsaw passion even more. And I would fucking run the shit out of this McCulloch 250 just like I do the rest of these chainsaws. Even the 1010 Pro Mac, I just don't leave this chainsaw sit in the building for years. I get in the run again per monthly. But when winter hits, I don't run them. When spring hits, I totally run these things per monthly. Per monthly. I don't run these things once a year. Per monthly. Do it every per monthly. Or just do it a month. Every month, run them. Because it'll save your life if it gets chainsaws. It keeps them running. Keeps them up to date. Keeps them running fresh. Keeps them running good. Keeps the issues away from it. Keeping you from having more problems. It's just don't run them below by 0 or 12 or 15 degrees or 18 degrees because these saws don't like that. Nah. You can run them below by 30 or 40. But there's a video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. And hope I can get more subscribers on here. And, you know, as a guy I want you to go follow. If I could just move my damn chair out of the way so you guys can see. Go follow him. If it wasn't for this guy, I wouldn't be here today. You all may know him. And you all may know who he is. He's a pretty famous guy. Well, not really, but I hope he will be a famous guy. I wish him the best luck, and I hope he wishes me the best luck finding this McCulloch 250. I hope he watches this video, seeing me, of telling my story about this chainsaws, how I got into them, and now you know. So, if you guys would, subscribe to him, and the other guy right here that was just on here, just showed, I forgot what his name is. But go subscribe to both of these guys. Even Buck and Billy Rays. Go subscribe to that guy. Even to Tin Man. The Tin Man. Go subscribe to Tin Man. Go subscribe to all my chainsaw guys that I watch. You guys can find them on here. And I appreciate your guys' time. Your guys' effort here. And thank you for letting me tell my story. How I got into chainsaws. And I hope I can find this McCulloch 250. Hope you guys have a great year, and hope you guys had a great New Year's. And I will wish myself good luck to find this McCulloch 250. I'm really trying very, very hard. Even if I have to get rid of 2 chainsaws, just to get one. I'm doing my best, guys. I'm doing my best. If none of this stuff don't work, then I don't know how I'm going to get one. But You know, and well, at least I got the 1010 Pro Mac. It's still 290 I got off my neighbor. And I'm happy with what I got. I'm proud I got these chainsaws in my collection. I'm proud of everything that I did over the past years. Me showing you my new garden tractors, like that Sears 10XL I have. I'm an old school guy. I just don't collect old schools. I collect torches too. You can see up there is a torch up there, an old, 60s torch up there. That's gonna be hanging up in there for years. And once I get this room set up, there's gonna be all chainsaw stuff right over here. This is gonna be all my chainsaw wall stuff. Old hard hats, McCulloch pictures, McCulloch photos of the 250, everything. It's gonna be on my wall right here. It's gonna have a bunch of McCulloch stuff on it. And Pioneer stuff also. So yeah, like this side over here is gonna be the Pioneer side, and this side over here is gonna be the McCulloch side. Over this way here, this is gonna be all Pioneer. Now you know. But I need to get the hell out of here. So, thank you guys for watching. Wish me good luck. Hope I can get this McCulloch 250. And I gotta say this. I'm officially done with chainsaws after this. After me collecting chainsaws for so many years, I appreciate each and one of you making me be a better man. And I learned every day stuff. I'm trying to get chainsaw guys on here to watch my videos and stuff, to let them enjoy my own videos and let them enjoy my story I tell them. Oh, where did I get my Pioneer belt buckle? That's right here. I gotta put that back on. But, I'll let you guys know, thank you guys for watching. Actually, you know what? Show this one more time. So, I hope this belt buckle will give me prayers of help me find this McCulloch 250. But, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great year. And always remember, stay happy. And achieve your dreams. Make your dreams come true. Thank you guys for watching. Sending off McCulloch 10-man hot rod man signing off.